Today on The Boot Guy, we're looking at the Double H 13-inch American-made roper. Probably the one thing that stands out most about the Double H roper boot is going to be the fit. They are extremely well built and extremely comfortable fitting boots out of the box. But we're not going to talk about fit first. First thing we're going to touch on is the ICE sole. Now this is the Double H ICE sole. This is probably the one part about this boot that should have never been done. This sole lasts way too long. When they put this sole on a boot several years ago, I think they finally realized that they shouldn't make soles that last this long. They shouldn't make soles for a work boot, for a casual pull-on boot. They shouldn't make anything that's this durable. Now I know you're probably saying that that's a good thing. As a consumer, yeah, you can get a lot of life out of a pair of boots, especially when you consider, the life of a pair of work boots today is 9 months to a year. And here you get something that could get you a hell of a lot more out of it, and it looks pretty damn good too. Now the construction of the boot, well, it's phenomenal. It's an American-made pull-on work boot, and every part is just beautiful. You can sit there and just admire the boot for hours on end because you can see the hands of the artists who build them at Double H. One of my favorite parts about it is the square toe double stitched down welt, and just the way it's finished all the way around, the evenness of the stitches, the way it's shaped, and just the way it actually looks. It just has a real handsome appeal to it. The coloring and the decorative stitch in the shaft also just accentuates how beautiful an American-made boot can be. Now another part that stands out is the heels, the 1.25 inch heel. It just looks good. Remember, this is a work boot. This boot was made for work. And work can be anything in this situation. Work can be climbing ladders. Work can be installing air conditioning units. Work could be bagging groceries. But it's a work boot. It's made to last a really long time. And they didn't skip any steps. Now inside the boot, fully leather lined all the way down, right into the Vamp. The Vamp has got a nice, soft barrier built into it. Now back there in the heel cup, and this is really important about this boot, there's a nice elongated piece of leather, so the boot slides on and off really easy. And the first thing you notice, and that everybody says, is that their heel slips. Anytime somebody puts on a new pair of pull-on boots, they always talk about their heel slipping. But you got to remember that it's a brand new boot. As you start to break down the sole, as you start to shape in the back of the boot just through wearing and beating the boot up, this part back here is going to draw in and it's going to hold your heel. But it has to first know the shape of your heel. You have to keep your foot in there. You have to wear it and break it in. Now I said the boot was comfortable, and it is. But there's something that they send along with it, which is this insole, which I always pull out. This insole is not necessary, especially in these American-made roper boots, mainly because they actually finish off the inside of it. There's a footbed in there. There's a heel platform. It's all in there. You don't need this. Now I hear a lot of guys keep these in there just because they want to feel more comfortable, or they put other insoles in these boots. If it's your only pair of boots and it's your everyday boot, I could see using these insoles. But I would imagine if you're wearing boots like this, you're going to have one or two around. So you're going to be able to swap from day in and day out. Now the ICE sole, and because of the way it reads and all the language out there about the ICE sole, what a lot of guys think is that it's going to be this super slip resistant winter type sole. It's not true. It's a hard material. You take a hard material and you put it on top of another slippery hard material, and it's cold and it's going to slow down the molecular structure of the boot, it's going to be slippery. But in every other application where you're going to pair the ICE sole against concrete, against harder surfaces in warmer weather, this sole is going to be phenomenal. So that's the American-made Double H 13-inch pull-on boot DH4400 in this beautiful brown leather. If you've worn Double H boots before, please comment below, especially if you have the ICE Outsole. Let guys know about the longevity of this sole and how putting a pair of these into the mix of your boot collection is not a bad idea. If you want to see some more detailed photos of this boot, swing by TheBootGuy.com. I'll have all kinds of ins and outs, pictures of the nooks and crannies, and all the beautiful little detailing that's going on in this boot. I'll have it all there at TheBootGuy.com for you, and I'll also have a link if you're interested in buying a pair of these. Hey, please don't forget to hit my subscribe button below. It really helps out. And if you should have any questions about sizing, fitting, anything when it comes to work boots, outdoor boots, and just playtime boots, shoot me over an email. All right, until the next time, I'm the Boot Guy. Thanks a lot for watching.